Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Ashley, which is Ashley's Media Addiction, and today I'm coming at you with my June TBR, plus also my new to be watched game, and I'm excited. So to begin with, let's tell you about my TBR game. So my TBR game is based off of the game Boggle, and this is where you shake 16 letter dice and you make words. Each word has like different point system depending on the length of the word. So I adapted this for my TBR. So if I get a 3 or a 4 letter word, it is 1 point. If I get a 5 letter word, it is 2 points. 6 is 3, 7 is 5, and 8 is 11. Yeah, that sounds right. So yeah, I've got that to basically decide the points from the points I do have. So far this year I have had 5 points. I did have 6 points for me to try and get last month. So let's see how we've done with my TBR and see if that's going to go down or not. So the first one that I had in May was a book with water on the cover, and this was for the word bath, and I chose Into the Water by Paula Hawkins. I did read this. Then after that I had the word pen, which was again a 1 point word. It was only 3 letters, and for this it was a book with a pen name. I decided to read City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare, and I have read this one. After this we had the word fae, so again 3 letters, and this is a book which featured fairies, and I read The Chime Seekers by Ross Montgomery. I did read this one. After this we had Rock, which has a scenic cover, again just 1 point, and so I read Under the Whispering Door by TJ Clune. I did read this one, and there is a dedicated reading vlog for this on my channel, so I will link that in the cards above so you can go and check that out. And then because my reward last month was I got to double up on points for any one, I decided to double up on the word teen, which was Just Read a YA book, and for this I read Scooby Apocalypse Volume 2, which is a graphic novel. I did read this one as well. So with that I got 6 points. I only needed 5, so it means for the rest of the year, as like a reward basically, I am down to 4 points for the rest of the year, unless I have something again similar, or I have a reward that says I can go down points, etc. But yeah, basically I'm looking at 4 points, which is wonderful. So with that, let's go and see what my reward is for the month of June. Okay, and my reward for this month is going to be change any one prompt to a mood read. Okay, so as you'll have seen, my choice reward thing that I have is that I get to change any prompt to a mood read. Now, I'm going to hold off on this. I am going to do my roles and I'm going to choose books specifically for those roles. But if at one point during the month I decide, you know what, I actually want to read something else and go a completely different direction, then I am going to be able to swap that out and just change that for a mood read. So it will depend later in the month whether I decide to use it or maybe I won't use it, but we will decide closer to the time. And so yeah, if I do a mood read, it will just be spontaneous. But with that, let's actually go and have a look, see what role number 1 has in store for me. Role number 1. And the first word that I see here is quote, Q-U-O-T-E. So for role number 1, I actually had such a good time. I managed to find a 2-point word straight away. I found the word quote, Q-U-O-T-E. So 2 points. That's wonderful. It means I should have a maximum of 3 books. So yay me! So it needs to have the word quote in the title, or it needs to have a well-known quote in it. So for this one, I have actually decided to go for The Princess Bride by William Goldman. If you've seen my channel recently, you'll know I just want to read adventure novels, and this is actually one of my favourite movies, but I've never read the book. So I'm very, very excited to pick this one up. If you're looking for some quotes, I'm Inigo Montoya, you killed my father, prepare to die. Super iconic, I love it. Also, As You Wish, another one super iconic. It automatically makes me think of this film. So I'm hoping the book is just as good. If you don't know what it's basically about a girl named Buttercup who has fallen in love with the stable boy Wesley. However, one day after he has gone off, she actually gets kidnapped by a pirate, and it's basically about that. And you've got Humperdinck, who is basically wanting to marry Buttercup, so he searches for her and tries to take her from the dread pirate Roberts. And it's just such a fun time. There's giants in here, there is pirates in here, there is swamplands in here, there is spiders and beasts, and there is revenge, there's true love. Honestly, I adore the movie. I'm super excited for the book. I'm really hoping it stands up for me because I love it so much. And if I love this book as much as I love the movie, this could be an all-time favourite for me. So I'm very, very hopeful for this book. But yeah, with that, let's go and see what role number 2 has in store for me. Role number 2. And the first word that I see here is pet, P-E-T. As you will have seen, I got the word pet for my second role, so it needs to have the word pet in the title, or simply just let my dog choose. And so I obviously decided to get my dog involved, let him choose me a book. So I gave him 4 choices. I put my Kindle down, and this is to represent Emma by Jane Austen, which is the Recreate Book Club's book choice for June. So I need to get this one in anyway, might as well add it here. After this, I added Tale of the Body Thief by Anne Rice. Again, we're continuing with Vamplong in June, and this is book number 4. So I'm excited to hopefully get this one in. It needs to be read anyway, and by July, like mid-July, so makes sense to add this one in. And then I just decided to go for something that I've been kind of in the mood for, and so I picked up Good Girls Die First by Catherine Foxfield, and this is a YA thriller. And then for the final book I let him choose between Scooby Apocalypse Volume 3. I have been loving this, so I definitely wanted to continue it. So yeah, let's go and see what my dog actually decided for me to read between these. So the 4 books you have to choose from, Ty, are there. You can choose. Well, you just spat that out, so not that one. That one. Okay, you want the Tale of the Body Thief. Thank you. His first instinct was to go to Good Girls Die First, and I was excited. I was like, yes, and then he spat the treat back out. And I was like, oh no. Is this his book choice? Is he going to choose something else? But he did choose something else. He ended up choosing Tale of the Body Thief by Anne Rice. So this is book number 4 in the Vampire Chronicles, and we're basically following Lestat, who wants to be human again, and there is a creature who decides that they're going to steal his body. And I don't know any more than that. I think so far with basically all of the Vampire Chronicle books, you can read them as standalones essentially. So I'm excited to get into this one. It is very, very chunky. It's 680 pages. So I'm nervous because these books are very atmospheric, and I'm not much of an atmospheric reader. But I'm hoping, because the font looks quite big for this one compared to the others, I'm hoping I will fly through this. And if it follows Lestat's point of view, I know I'll enjoy it because he was the one who was narrating The Vampire Lestat, which is book 2, and I absolutely loved that one. So I'm hoping this will be a good read, and I'm glad that I already had a 2-pointer, so it's reduced my number because this is massive. But with that, let's go and have a look, see what my final book of the month is going to be. Final roll. And the first word that I see here is guns, Guns. So roll number 3 gave me the word guns, again 1 point, which is fine for me. And so it needs to have the word guns in the title, or it needs to have a weapon on the cover, because a gun is a weapon. So for this, I'm probably shooting myself in the foot a little bit, but you know what, I'm really in the mood for reading it. And if I turn out that I think this is just too big for me, then I can swap it out. I've still got that mood read for any of these books, so that's fine. But I've decided to go with The Velve Ascension by Brandon Sanderson. So this will be a reread for me. The first time I read it, I loved it, and I read The Final Empire as a reread, I think in January or February. So I want to continue on and read the rest of the series. And it's been staring at me recently. I'm desperate to pick it up. But again, it is a big chunky book. This one is 781 pages. So it's even bigger than Tale of the Body Thief. So I have 2 big chunky books on here alone. So we will see if I actually want to change out one of those books. But in all honesty, I'm happy with this little stack. But that isn't all for me, because as I said earlier, I actually need to read Emma by Jane Austen for the Recreate Book Club. This was Rebecca Fowler's choice before she decided to leave. So the live show for this will be on my channel in July. So yeah, I do also have to have Emma on here by Jane Austen. So I do actually have quite a few chunky books. It doesn't look that bad, but when I think 2 of them are giant chunky books, it kind of scares me a bit. I don't know how big Emma is either, because the only version of this I was able to kind of get my hands on is a collection that has all of Jane Austen's work. So I don't actually know the length of Emma. So fingers crossed it's not too big, because otherwise I'm going to definitely have to use that mood read. But I don't know which one I would use it on either, because I'm very excited for all of these actually. So yeah, I've actually got a really good little selection here. It's just 4 books, which is wonderful for me. But yeah, with that, let's go and have a look, see what my to be watched list is going to have. So this is something brand new to my channel, and I'm going to be using the game 6 Degrees. Now, people might have actually played this when you were in school. I know I did. And you basically get 2 actors and you use their movies to try and connect to each other. So I have the actual game in card format. So I'm just going to give these a shuffle and we'll see what actors I get. If I don't know who they are, I will post a picture of them above. For this, I'm going to actually do a vlogging type of situation where I'll do like a vlog showing how they connect to each other, but I can only count the film if I actually watch it. So I think that's going to be really interesting to see how it actually goes. So let me give this one last little shuffle. I am shuffling, can't see anything, which is great. These cards want to cooperate with me. Here we go. Okay, so I'm just going to choose the 2 off of the top. So this is a contemporary edition of the cards, but I'm probably going to try and get some others as well. But the first card I have here is Margot Robbie. So straight away I'm thinking I might watch Suicide Squad, because there's quite a few other actors in there I can link up, like Will Smith, things like that. So Suicide Squad is probably going to be the first film I start with. And let's see who the second one is. Anna Kendrick. I have no idea how to connect these 2, to be honest, but this should be good for me. I don't know any films that have them both directly in it by themselves, so that's good. It means I will have to connect these two up, so do look out for that. If you have any ideas on how you would do this, please comment it down below. Also, I have to watch these in order, so I can't just go, for example, Twilight, Suicide Squad, and then work my way in. It needs to go from, for example, I don't know if I will go Suicide Squad, but I'm just using it as an example because I know there's a lot of well-known actors in there. So say I used this one and used Suicide Squad, and then from Will Smith I decided to go to Men in Black, for example, and work that way. That's also fine. I can do that, but it needs to be in order. So let's see how I get on with this. If you have any ideas how you would do it, comment it down below because I would be interested in seeing how you do it. And if you actually want to take part along with me, please do just tag me in your videos because I'd love to see how other people do on this as well. But yeah, I think this is going to be fun. Also, let me know what you think about the new To Be Watched game. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Please do let me know. I'm excited to get started on this though, and it'll be an extra movie related video for you all. But yeah, that's everything for today. So I've got my movies. I'm going to have a think. I am to try and do them within 6, so it could be just a movie day for me in general, but we'll have a look, see how I can get these to connect. And then I've also got these 4 books, which are chunky. I think it scares me more because Velve, Ascension and Tale of the Body Thief alone are over 1,000 pages between the two of them. So I think that's what kind of intimidates me there. But it should be a good month. I'm looking forward to it. It seems quite fantasy heavy, but it's okay. It should be fine. But yeah, please do comment down below what you think of the books I'm reading, of the movies I'm reading, how you would do them. And please remember to like and subscribe for more book and movie content, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.